Hey gamers, so I had a situation go on today as I'm recording this, and I just gotta talk about it because it's just so annoying, and I know I have to get used to it eventually, but it just doesn't stop getting any less annoying. So yeah, let's just talk about it. So in case you don't know, I got a Switch 2 recently. I've been streaming it on the channel. I did a new version of my gaming setup sort, and I posted a picture on my community post of when I got the Switch 2. In fact, I was going to record a video. Instead of this, I was going to record a video of me playing Mario Kart World in handheld mode, because I haven't really played in handheld mode. I want to try it out for a video. I was getting things set up when, right before I was about to record it, I was scrolling through Reddit because, just to see if anything was new, because I love scrolling on Reddit. And I saw on the r/Switch subreddit that it was me. That was my picture on there, but not posted by me. It was like zoomed in, but it was me on there. And I'm like, what the heck? I clicked on it and I saw comments of people. A lot of people were claiming it was AI. My clothes looked weird, or my fingers, or whatever. But I didn't care about them. I cared about the person who claimed that they were me. When I first saw it, I'm like, maybe they were like, oh, look at this guy who I found, who just got a Switch 2 recently because of this and this. But no, what I read over it, they were claiming to be me. And I clicked on their profile. They had one post, and that was that post. Their account was named Evil Resident 09 or something like that. And I reported them, and I put out my own post on the subreddit saying how, if you guys see it, please report it too, because they're impersonating me. And most of the comments on there were just talking about my looks. Like, really, they were just talking about how I looked like I rolled out of bed in those clothes, which it is true, but they were making such a big deal about it. They were saying how I should get a bigger shirt, okay? And then a lot of them were also just, saying, oh, how do we know you're not the imposter, like making those kinds of jokes, There were some genuine nice people there, which I appreciate, but most of them were just kind of mean people, which is a shame, because I wanted to try to bring awareness to the fact that someone was pretending to be me, and like some people were like, why are you making this a big deal? It's nothing. To some extent, it isn't a big deal, but at the same time, I'm worried about what this will lead to the future, more impersonations on me, as my channel continues to grow. I fear that. And I kind of have dealt with impersonations to some extent before. Like I've seen someone on like YouTube, for example, they used my name, or they used my profile, or they pretended to be my brother, for example. They got the last name wrong, which was funny because we don't share the same last name. But I've dealt with that, but it was only on YouTube, and it was only like to a way smaller degree. This was more major because I saw it on my homepage, and the post had like 150 upvotes or whatever. So yeah, it was kind of scary, that I was being impersonated, and not to a major degree. This wasn't a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but I'm worried about what this represents for the future. It also didn't help that most of the comments were like, AI, oh, you look like trash, blah blah blah, you look fat, whatever, all these things. And it's just like, oh my god, really? Like, I can't believe it. I was replying to a lot of the posts. In fact, I think I replied to like all of them that commented. And eventually my post, it got locked and removed, so that you can't reply anymore to it by the mods of the subreddit. I don't know if that meant like, it was getting too much engagement and it was bad or something. I don't know. The message they sent me was kind of confusing, but at the end, it had like 50 upvotes or whatever. So there were at least some genuine people that were nice and were like, okay, this is kind of serious. But a lot of them were just like messing around or they didn't care, you know? And then after that happened, I got a notification from the report I sent to the guy that's saying that they didn't break any rules, you know? Now, to be fair, I think I filed the complaint in like the wrong thing. I sent a new complaint about impersonation. I sent out a previous report, but like via something slightly different, so maybe that's why it got rejected. But hopefully this new report that I sent out, for impersonation actually goes through. But yeah, that's basically what happened today. I was gonna play some Mario Kart World in handheld mode, and then I was scrolling Reddit before that, and I saw my own picture on a subreddit with a lot of upvotes, and it was just so like really. Also, they got like the information wrong. They said on the post like, "Oh, my mom's boyfriend got it for me" or something. That's not what happened. I got it mostly with my own money to Switch 2 by trading in some old consoles. My mom helped along with my grandma, but yeah, it wasn't my mom's boyfriend. I guess technically in a way because my mom got a lot of the money from her boyfriend, but it was only like $100. Basically, my point being, they got it wrong, and it doesn't even matter that they got it wrong. They were pretending to be me. Who cares about the details? You know, like it's just so. I hate it. You know, I hate it. It really makes me, honestly, it just makes me sad, you know, about this. You know, it makes me consider, maybe I shouldn't show my face or I shouldn't be posting stuff like pictures, you know, which is, I don't like that. You know, I love sharing my life with you guys. You know, I love sharing my opinions, but maybe, I shouldn't be sharing my face, especially if I get harassment online about my looks, you know, which I have gotten harassment in person before because of my looks, you know, in school and stuff, but online, I've dealt with it in small pieces, you know, on YouTube, but on Reddit, it's a whole separate thing. They're mean on Reddit, you know. That's probably part of the reason why I love going on Reddit and, scrolling and seeing posts, and I follow a lot of communities, but I don't really post on there too much. And I think it's because of that, because they can be mean on Reddit, you know. Of course, they can be mean on other places too, like YouTube. I've had some trolls here, but point being, it sucks, that this is happening, but it is part of being a content creator, a YouTuber, also, some people were like, oh, maybe you're just pretending to try to get views on your channel. If think about it, if I really wanted to get views on my channel, and I could buy them, which I don't have money, and two, they were thinking that that original post that was impersonating me, like I made an account for that, and then I posted on my real account, hey, they're impersonating me for drama or something. Why wouldn't I just use that original account to post a picture and be like, hey, I got a Switch 2, check out my YouTube channel or something like that, I feel like that doesn't make sense, I don't know. But point being, it's just part of being a content creator, having to deal with this. I always thought that maybe this would happen for bigger, YouTubers, bigger channels. But I guess it kind of makes sense for it to be me, because we do have a tight-knit group of people here on my community, and it's more likely for you guys to believe, something like that would be me than be something like a Mr. Beast, for example, like a random account like that has 0 followers, but still, it should be kind of obvious, especially because I do link like basically every platform I use in the description of these videos, and also in my link tree, I have a Reddit, that it links to, where it shows off my real account. It's called Leather something. It's linked there. This other account was not me. It only had one post, and my God, I have a few ideas on who this could be, and if it is who I think it is, they really should stop. Like, why do you guys love to focus on me? Like, I don't get it. Like, what is so special about me, I don't understand, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna let this deter me, though. The only thing it changes about me is just the fact that, maybe I need to change up some privacy stuff. When I found out this, I decided to make my friends list on my Facebook to private, to only be seen by me. You can still see who I follow or my followers, but the people that I'm friends with, I make it private. I changed other stuff like a few days ago. Like I removed my last name and my email from my YouTube descriptions and a bunch of other stuff for privacy. So really, maybe I just got to do something similar with this. Maybe I saw a comment that maybe I should put a watermark on my photos, but I don't know how that would work, because they could just copy the username. I don't know. But yeah, this is annoying, but I won't let it deter me. But it does suck. I'm not gonna lie. It does suck. Because I just want to have fun, making videos, playing games. I got a Switch 2 now, which is great. And I've been enjoying it. I wanted to play more of that, but no, there always comes someone that tries to ruin the fun. And I don't understand what's the big deal about me in particular. Like, why? Why focus on me? You know, I don't know. This just overwhelmed me with the fact that, that one guy posing as me, and also just the other people that were just making fun of me, like, because of my clothes, my weight, whatever. Like, my God, I don't know, but, it is what it is, and I have been getting better at growing, I guess, thicker skin, but I still have a ways to go, so, yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna be it for this vlog type video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, feel free to also donate. It very much means the world to me if you become like a YouTube or Patreon member, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, play some Xenoblade, and I'll catch you all next time for more. Peace. I'll see you all tomorrow for a gameplay video of Play Mario Kart World in handheld mode, which I was gonna do today, but stuff happens.